US President Donald Trump called for an end to Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's 37-year-old rule. In fact, he goes on to say, and I quote, "It's time to look for new leadership in Iran." CNN News 18's Akansha Sarup for more on this. Akansha, very good morning to you. You know, this remark comes amid tensions between Washington and Tehran. So how do you think Iran will respond to this?
Right. So we are already seeing that there's a sharpening of rhetoric yet again, even though the U.S. president's position on the Iranian protesters has oscillated between, say, threats to the Khamenei regime, where he's gone on to say that help is coming, and then there has been a sort of strategic pause in his stance, where he said that he's been convinced that there's going to be no execution taking place and that there's a calming down of protests. But in the latest that has come in from the U.S. president, there's again a sharpening of that rhetoric. He's gone on to attack the Ayatollah by saying that he's a sick man and that it is time for a regime change in Tehran. And we all know, Ayusha, that there is already a U.S. striker group which is on its way from the South China Sea to the Middle East. It's going to take another roughly 3 to 4 days to arrive on the coast. There's been an evacuation of the U.S. troops in the Middle Eastern allies, namely you're looking at Qatar, you're looking at Oman, even Israel, all of them housing U.S. troops. So there is an escalation in tensions between Washington and Tehran for sure. More importantly, the Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has said that actors linked to the United States and Israel are the ones who are responsible for the thousands of people in Iran. And it is Israel and the United States which are fomenting this kind of violence. But the U.S. president, of course, has called Khamenei a sick man, whereas the Ayatollah has referred to the U.S. president as a criminal. He's accused the two nations, U.S. and Israel, of direct involvement in this violence. And we all know that the latest anti-Iran sedition has been different this time around because of the sheer magnitude of these protests, which have not just been limited to, say, the urban cities in Iran. They're also reaching the hinterland. So we'll have to see in the coming days. In fact, this week is going to be pivotal for the overall, say, polity and the peace in Middle East.
Right. Right, Akansha, thank you so much for all of your inputs. Apologies.